This is Lisa Tucker, host of The Book Cover, which showcases local literary personalities. So listen to The Book Cover on the borderline. And remember, don't judge a book by its cover. Hi there, you're listening to The Borderline, and this is The Book Cover. I'm Lisa Tucker, and I have a very repeat offender joining us today, Alyson MacLeod. Welcome, Alyson.
Welcome. Great to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad we finally got to meet up again, because from what Adrian tells me, you haven't been here since 2022. And you said you've had like 4 things that have gotten published since then. Plus, you started your own publishing business.
Yes, this last book is my first solo. It's my 8th book, and it's all me.
All
so
you,
pretty
yeah.
excited, and under my publishing company as well.
Okay, so the previous 3 that we probably haven't gotten to, they were all collaborations with other ladies, correct?
Correct.
In the same series, the Becoming. They all had similar titles.
Yes, Becoming an Unstoppable
That's right.
Woman series. There was 3 in that. Previous to that, there was 3 with. Oh, now I'm drawing a blank. I can picture them all. It was with Wealthy Women
Yes.
Entrepreneurs Network, and then we did one for Women in Business, and there was 5 of us collaboratively, and then now this one under Soulful Living Publishing.
Yes,
is my solo book for women empowerment in menopause.
I love it, and it's called Becoming an Unstoppable Healthy Woman, which hits for me right now because I just went through a health scare. So I love it, and I was saying to you just before we started to record, hot flashes, sleepless nights, brain fog, weight gain, and this is all on the back of your book. And I said that's what I've been dealing with the last 5 to 10 years, because I think women of a certain age deal with this, and our mothers never told us anything about this. Now, did your mother tell you anything?
When I told my mom I was writing a book on menopause, she said, I didn't go through menopause.
Oh, geez.
That was the first statement.
So she's in denial.
Oh, okay. So I asked my aunt, and they said, no, I didn't either. So I think it was a time in the life of all these 80-year-old women who went, we don't talk about that.
Right?
Right? I don't want to sound like I'm crazy.
Yes.
I don't want to sound like, I need to pat my face with a Kleenex every 2 minutes because I'm having a hot flash, or stand with the window open on a January freezing morning.
Right. And I don't know how you hide that. Like when you have the heat, like the core of the earth burning in your core, and you feel like if you don't get your clothes off, you'll die. How do you hide that?
I have no idea
how do you hide that? Or even the mood swings, or the weight gain, or the sleepless nights, and having to take a nap during the day. Like, how do you hide that from your kid? Like, I know they weren't supposed to talk about it, but how do you physically hide that?
And I don't think a lot of them hid it, because there was a lot of men who've come to me to go, I wish I knew what my wife was going through, because it would have been so much easier. And some of the divorces that happened were huge.
Yes.
And said, if I knew what she was doing, I wouldn't have, left her and got remarried to a younger woman, because now she's going through it, and I'm going through it all over again.
Right.
So it's that communication piece never happened.
Right.
And doctors never knew. Doctors couldn't tell me anything, but you're going to gain weight and you'll have a hot flash. All women do. And I laughed. I own 2 gyms. I'm like, why would I gain weight?
And it's because the doctors were primarily men.
Yes.
Right.
Both of my surgeons were men.
Yeah. And you'll just have to go through it, and there's nothing you can do for it. And there's nothing, they have medication for men to be able to perform, but they don't have any medication that stops us sweating.
No, they do not.
Right? So I want to talk about your latest book, Becoming an Unstoppable Healthy Woman. First of all, what made you want to write this book?
I sat down one day, and a lot of women said, where can I get some more information other than coaching with you? Like, when I want to send somebody something, what can I send them? And I was doing PDFs, and I said, I'll do a masterclass or a workshop. And then they went, no, I need something to send them. And I thought, okay, well, then I'm going to go and really sit down and think about it. And it only took 3 months from start to finish
Oh, wow.
to write the book. And I wanted to do something different. So I wanted to not only talk about, say, hormones, but I wanted to give you the myths and the facts. And I wanted to also give journal prompts, like it was a bit of a way for women to journal and reflect on what I just wrote, right? So if cortisol levels, which is the first, hormone that starts to go wonky, well, how does that affect everything else? So I gave you a journal prompt to say, okay, journal on this, and how does it affect you in your life? Because every single woman goes through this differently.
Absolutely.
Right? There's no one quick fix.
That's
it's
right.
not take this because you have diabetes or take this because you have high cholesterol.
And there might be 10 symptoms of menopause, but you may only experience 7. I might only experience 5. And the 5 that I experience, you'll be experiencing in different ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so far I'm up to 307 different symptoms.
Oh my God. I thought I was
I'm
being
like,
generous with 10. Oh my God.
It is. Well, I never knew UTIs were a symptom until I had like 7 women go, oh yeah, I had that too. And I didn't have it till menopause.
I didn't know that.
Right?
See,
So-
because I haven't experienced them, so I didn't know that.
right? We think maybe, tenderness, skin gets a little weird, we lose our hair, it gets thinning, hot flashes, night sweats, the general stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden it's like, oh, the biggest one I found is we lose our filters
Like
Right?
from what we say.
from what we
Yeah,
say,
because
how
we don't
you
give a
do.
shit anymore.
Because now and on the other side, we give a shit, right? Because before
Yeah.
we held everything in.
Yes.
And it was funny because I had a couple and he's like, yeah, she hates football now. And I said, what do you mean she hates football? So I asked her, she goes, I never liked football. I loved him. So every Sunday I was there making whatever he wanted for him and his friends to watch football. But now I don't want to do that. I want time for myself. And so she's not, not loving football, had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, but you guys need
Now
to
she's telling-
communicate
yes.
how you need to do that,
Yeah.
right? So she'll make a pot of chili, put it in the crock pot, and then take off. So
Sounds good to me.
right?
Everybody's happy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But and you're right, it's also that filter too. It's like we'll say things and people will turn around and go, did that just come out of your mouth? And I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, it did, because I'm now not going to hold it in
Yep.
or wait and wait and wait and wait and then go cry in the bedroom.
Yeah.
You're going to know when you hurt me. You're going to know when you do something. But then they have to learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
Right? Because if she blows and then he goes, I can't break, and then he blows, it just becomes a horrible thing. And that's why a lot of divorce happens during menopause.
Right. And you know what? I never thought of that, because you do see, and I always thought it was the children leaving the home. Okay, so now the children are gone. Now the couple gets divorced. But this is another wrench. Like
Yes.
maybe that is also a thing, but menopause. I remember when I was going through it, and I've been on anxiety meds forever. I remember going to my doctor, and he prescribed me 20 milligrams more of the suggested dosage because he said, this is a hard time and you're more stressed out. I said, yeah, I'm barely holding on. Everything irritates me, everything.
Absolutely.
My husband smacks his lips and I want to punch him in the face, I can't be like that. And he prescribed me more, and it got me through it. But there's 300, over 300, you said?
307 so far.
Oh my God. And you know what no one shares? I think because it's there's a lot of embarrassing symptoms of menopause.
Yes.
And some of them have to do with sexual intercourse
Well, you get
and
drier.
how your body responds.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well,
No one told me that.
No. Of course
No one
not.
tells us these things. And not even my friends that I share stuff with told me anything like this until I bring it up, and they're like, oh yeah. Why didn't anybody tell me? I thought there was something wrong with me. But I love that. So these are some of the things that you're putting in your book.
Yes.
And so will women read this and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe other people feel this way.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
And I keep telling women, and I coined the phrase, you're not broken, you're becoming. Because we're all going to go through it.
Yep.
So why don't we choose to go through it differently? And why don't we choose to go in such a way that you are crafting, creating, and claiming that life, right? Instead of going off the handle and being crazy and having night sweats. And like the picture on the front of the book, you'll see it's looking out the window in the middle of the night and enjoying the scenery instead of getting mad that you're woken up again at 2:30 in the morning and you can't get back to sleep.
Yeah.
It's just changing the narrative
See
and
the
changing
positive.
the beliefs.
Yeah, see it as, okay, lots of women don't get to go through menopause because they, either have an illness and pass away, or, we're lucky in a way that we go through this. And I've always said that if we make jokes about it, if we make it fun, maybe not fun, but funny. My husband still jokes about how I like a deep freeze in the bedroom. So when he's not there, my window is wide open, even in this weather. And he comes in and he's frozen and he shuts it. And we just joke about it. I said, I know you're going to shut the window as soon as you come in, so I don't mind keeping it open, while I'm sleeping. Yeah. Now, you had mentioned that this is the first book that you're publishing under your own publishing house.
Yes.
What caused you to take this route instead of, you had been doing Kindle, I think, before?
I did Kindle, and I was under Heart-Centered Women's Publishing.
Right.
And Charlotte, who owns the company, said, well, why don't we just do it under yours? Because we did a joint one under Soulful Living Publications.
Yes.
And then she went, no, this one's solely under yours. Everything's listed under you, because I know you're going to write another book.
Of course
And
you
I'm
are.
like, okay.
Yeah. So what was the difference doing it yourself rather than going with another company? Like what were the changes that you had to sort of, shift in this book?
It was learning the processes,
Yeah.
which was really cool.
Yeah.
Right? Because she always starts out with the ebook, and then how do you promote that? How do you get it to, up the ranks around the world in different languages? So it was really cool to be able to learn all those processes working with Amazon to get there, and then releasing it, as its actual book in softcover and hardcover, if you wish. And it was a lot of fun, and I'm still learning.
Yeah. Oh, well, don't
day.
stop. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really cool.
Who printed it?
Amazon did.
Oh, they did. Okay. Yeah. And that's print on demand, correct?
It
So
is.
you can, if you want one, you can just get one, or you can get 500.
Yes.
Okay.
I can get as many as I want.
Okay. And did you do a lot of research for this book?
17 years of research.
Yeah, I bet. Living life.
Well, because when I was 43 and I had an oophorectomy, I didn't know what an oophorectomy was, because I always called it a complete hysterectomy because they took out my ovaries.
That's right.
And then they threw me into menopause. So 2 days later, the doctor showed up, threw a patch on my arm, and went, that's HRT. Every woman gets it. You'll gain about 25 pounds this year and have a hot flash. Don't worry about it. See you in 3 months. That was it. That's all I got. And I'm like, okay. So 3 weeks later, on an HRT patch way back then, I was just a zombie. I was in a brain fog. I was walking down the hall. I didn't know if I needed to pee. I didn't know if I needed to go see the kids. And I went, do I need to pee? Probably, but no. Right? So it was one of those things for me back then. It was like, I can't do this. I have 2 gyms. I have 13 staff, 2 kids, 2 dogs. Like, I have a life that I have to get back to.
Yeah. You can't forget why you went into the room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need to be a little more,
Aware.
attentive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
So I ripped that off, and he's like, oh my gosh, that'll be horrible. Well, yes, I had symptoms, but at least I was more aware. But it was looking at all these things and finding out that I did have to have both hips replaced. And that was part of the losing the estrogen part, stuff that went into the bones. And I'm like, I never knew that was menopausal until, again, you're talking to other women at the same stage of life going, oh, yeah, that happened to me too, because I had the oophorectomy. And then I did research when I was at university from 2018 to 2020 and did, women who had oophorectomies before the age of 45, a lot of them were getting quick onset dementia at 70. So I was like, oh, how do I look at other women, because these were friends' mothers, that
and
it was
were
happening
these women
to.
who had the hormone replacement therapy?
They did not.
Okay.
They did not.
So you want to avoid that.
So I was looking at, what were their lifestyles like? Because these were active women. They wanted to travel the world when they retired, and now they're in a home. So that kind of scared me.
Yeah.
So
no kidding.
I was looking at it, and a lot of women have type 2 diabetes. We have more sugar issues. We have, your hair falls out because of certain things that you're missing and all of these things. Is like, okay, then I looked at all the blue zones. I'm like, well, those women don't even have hysterectomies. So what are we doing wrong?
Yes, right.
But, there's 78-year-old women who are still squatting and working in the garden and getting up and had, minimal menopausal symptoms other than missing their period, which would be wonderful.
Yeah.
But they include a lot of community all the time. They include a lot of different colored vegetables, healthy fats, healthy proteins, not a lot of sugar, right? And a lot of just movement. It doesn't have to be go to the gym 3 times a week. It's just doing something.
Yeah.
Right. And it was like, okay, well then those are some of the things that some of these women were missing. They weren't exercising. They weren't doing a lot of movement unless it was just, going grocery shopping or something. So it's like, pick something, whether like in the book, I see even Qigong. If you're looking to move energy and just move your body in such a way just to get the kinks out even, try that. Qigong, try yoga, try Tai Chi, go for a walk and breathe in some fresh air.
That's my thing is I walk, not right now.
In a snowstorm. Good.
Not in a snowstorm because I get frostbite. But that's my thing. I walk and I walk some for physical, but more for mental health. Being outside and, like you said, breathing the fresh air and seeing, listening to the wind in the trees. And I usually walk from my place down to Bellevue Park and along with the water's edge. And that does more for me than any pill could do because you just feel connected. You feel good that you're getting out. And I think if more women took the time to just go outside, because we don't go outside because we're not meant to play, right?
No.
Mothers.
We stay busy.
Yes, we inside.
Yes.
Inside the home. Like we organize, we do the dishes, we do the laundry, you know what I mean? Or we're going to work. And we don't go outside or play outside. I say play outside, but we don't do that. And I think we have to get back to that.
I totally agree.
Good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's about allowing yourself the permission to say no, hard stop, full
Boundaries,
sentence.
yes.
Boundaries. And then allow yourself time and permission. Like you say, I love nature too. I mean, we're so happy to live here. But it's also getting out and listen to the birds.
Yes.
Listen to the water and the waves. Listen to the rustle of the leaves. Like, it triggers your brain and that wonderful neuropathy just to look and listen and be aware of stuff as you calm. And breath work is wonderful. And it's even if you just give deep breaths, you don't have to do full-on breath work. Just allow yourself and your lungs to fill up and your brain to get that goodness from what's going on and get some sunshine.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, we take vitamin D and K2 all the time, but sunshine when we have it is a good thing.
Right. I mean, now there's probably lots of people that are missing the sun and maybe having a little bit of sad going on. But yeah, it does wonders. Now, do you talk about physical health in this, like getting out and because that's your thing?
Yes.
With your gyms. So do you talk about that in the book as well?
I do, because movement is so critical to, how we are, who we are, what we are, right? Because as we age too, we get stiff. Like I see my mother hunched over and some days she can barely move, but then she just sits and reads. And it's like, let's get you up, Mom. Let's walk around a little bit. Bought her like a little bike to sit on so she can do that even while she reads.
Yeah.
So
you can still read.
Yeah, still read.
Just
get on
move.
the bike.
Yeah.
So it's little things like that. And then, like I said, you're right. Give yourself permission to say no. Set the boundaries. Say, hey, this is me time. Go out with the girlfriends. Just go out, walk the dog. Go out and just breathe the fresh air and enjoy. Absolutely.
That's awesome. Yeah. So we already talked about physical health. We talked about a little bit foods, staying away from sugars.
Yes.
That's huge. I know. I try to do it best I can. What would you suggest for mental health? Do you have to go and meditate? Like, other than going outside, like we just talked about, what other mental health things can we do for ourselves?
Well, I do talk a lot about meditation and prayer.
Okay.
And I think in one part of this book, there is actually a section that just talks about the number of different ways you can meditate, whether it's mindfulness meditation, transcendental focused visualization, loving kindness meditation. They're from around the world because we're not in a tradition that just sits and meditates. We're too busy.
But meditation has been around for
dawn of time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Every old I'm going to say old civilization, or every ancient civilization, I guess, did meditation.
Yes.
And we've lost that, I think.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, even Jesus meditated.
Yeah,
Right? So it's about just sitting there and giving yourself, again, permission and time to breathe.
Yeah.
Right? And reflect. Right? How did my day go? Did I like this? Did I not like that? Because you also are able to respond and then to react.
Yeah.
Right? Because as your hormones are changing and cortisol spikes first, right? Then it's that stress hormone, the fight or flight. We are snapping. We are reactive. We are not sitting back going, oof, I probably wouldn't have said that 2 weeks ago. Right?
Yeah.
And I would have given them some more grace, but it's also giving yourself some more grace and some kindness to say, okay, now I can sit down. I'm going to even take 10 minutes, right? Wake up before everybody else, take 10 minutes just to breathe, right? And it could be in a prayer form, thank you, God, help me get through my day today, or just breathing, right?
And
I want to respond instead of react.
You know what the problem is? This, and I'm pointing to my phone. When I get up in the morning, what I should do, because I'm the only one up, what I should do is take that time to do that and do some inner mindful thinking. And I don't, because I go straight to my phone.
And a lot of people, we're just conditioned to do that.
Now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because my alarm's on my phone. So the alarm goes off. I walk across the room to pick up the phone, and then I go back to bed.
With your phone.
Sometimes, yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute. I can't do that.
Right.
So I put the phone down. The dog comes up and goes, what are you doing?
Yes.
Put the phone down.
Aren't you supposed to be awake right now?
Yes. So I sit up and then, get into the practice of praying and meditating. But yeah, it's something that we do have to, go back to the old school and get the little wind-up clock and put the phone to charge in the other room.
We have to self-limit because we could be on our electronics all 24 hours a day, really, we have to have that discipline to limit. And I guess that's, again, self-love, self-awareness, taking care of oneself.
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask you too, so this has just come out, so you haven't really had a response from this book yet.
Well, it went out first as an ebook.
Okay. What kind of response did you get from women? I want to know this.
Oh my gosh, they absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
They loved the difference of the book, right? They loved the facts and the myths, and they really wanted to comment on those because everyone now has been told different things or talked to their mothers or aunts about stuff, or their friends, and say, is this happening to you? And they like the journaling. They like the little prompts because they never would have thought of that. One lady's like, well, you gave me homework. I'm like, well, but do you feel better now after having homework? And she goes, well, I'm now knowledgeable. So I'm like, that's what I wanted, right? I want you to be knowledgeable, to be able to take the steps to choose better,
right,
and to make those decisions. So, and they liked it that it wasn't a huge read.
No, it's not. It's not scary. It's doable in an evening.
You could, yeah.
Absolutely. And it's not the type of book where you have to read it cover to cover. You might want to look at the table of contents and say, oh, you know what? Chapter 2, Mindset is Medicine. I want to look a little bit about that and just read that chapter.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's not a cover to cover book. It doesn't have to be. It could be, but it doesn't have to be.
No, you can read every chapter in whatever
order you
want to.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Whatever is important to you first, start there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. What's next for you? What's coming up? I know you've got something in the works, either already on paper or in a computer or in your mind. So what is next? Can you tell us about it?
Absolutely. The superiorwellnessuniversity.com is the new school. So it will have a lot of free stuff on there. We do mindfulness meditations that are free, and we do a lot of free Zoom calls in there. And then also we're putting, what I call the Wonder Woman Shift, which came out of this book, which is helping women through menopause. And then to get up, I have a lot of women in business. They're like, I need to help you in business. So I have what's called a Soulful Living Blueprint. So once I help you through menopause, then we also together put it in with, how do you run a business? How do you stay focused? How do you start a business? Right? If you want to do something different, because I have a lot of women too who are going up the corporate ladder and go, okay, there's ageism, there's 17 men and me and one spot. So how likely am I to get it unless I work my butt off? So they're like, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to work my butt off for me. So what do you want to do, right? What are you just so passionate about that you've never taken time to do? So I help them move into that. I have a really interesting program. It's going to be on Spotify.
Okay.
And I sent words to a lady and we talked about it and she wrote a song for me, which is absolutely phenomenal. And
who's the lady? Is it a Canadian lady?
No, she's not Canadian.
Oh, dang. Okay, where's she
She's
from?
actually from Portugal.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
And she's living in Mexico.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's as long as that's the next best thing.
Perfect. Yeah, Rita's been amazing and helping me with that and really getting the word out differently and helping me get on other magazines. I'm on Elle coming up in a couple of other magazines that have been asking.
I saw some of the ones that you've been you've sort of mentioned them on Facebook, and of course we're Facebook friends. Wow, you've been busy, and we haven't talked in 3 or 4 years now, like this way, and you've been busy.
The last year has been crazy, but really good. Like when we were on the cover of Forbes, there was 5 of us, and they asked us to be on the big billboards in Times Square.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, it's just been a wild ride.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, so I want to concentrate on my coaching too this year. So that's coming up, and we've got some, juicy bits there too if women want to do more one-on-one with me. So I'm going to be offering that as well.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's going to be a 12-week program so they can get their sexy back.
Oh, I might be interested in that. Now, do you have a physical space, or is it all a computer online?
It's all online right now.
Everything's online. Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool.
So.
Because, lots of times people, and plus with our weather, sometimes you can't get out of your driveway.
That is true.
But yeah, that's great. I love that. And it's become, ever since COVID, the whole online thing, I mean, people were online working out.
Yes.
With the trainer, and trainer would have like how many people that they were, so this is the way of the future that we were sort of forced into through COVID, but have adopted.
Yes. And I have some amazing women who, I'm in conversations with to partner with them so we can do some cross promotion and stuff. So yeah, they've put this down to a science on how to do this online.
That's awesome. Yeah, you might as well learn from people who have already gone through all the headache and nightmare, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can do the coaching and all the Zoom calls, and they can do, some stuff that they really have zoomed in on, and I really love it. They've been great. And
you get people, of course, you're located in the Sioux area. Do you get people from out of town that are interested in your courses and your all this stuff?
The furthest one is in Australia.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
How wonderful.
So there's a couple of them down there, some in Europe, a lot in the States, some in Canada.
Isn't that when you think about it, here's little Alyson MacLeod, doing her thing and she's like all over the world. It is really weird to think about, for sure. That's amazing. Yes. And I've been on the ones in England as well, because I've been doing stuff over there, and I've been doing a lot of speaking and guest speaking and talking about leadership too, and how you lead through menopause. Wow. So I've been doing that too, which is probably going to be my next book. You know what? I like that, because menopause can leave you very angry. And if you are leading people, sometimes the two don't go together. This is true. So I like that. Because menopause left me angry anyway. I was very irritable. So if I was leading people, I probably would have been irritable with them. So that sounds like a great topic. I would have loved that. And I teach how to lead yourself first, right? Because you're right? Everything's internal first. When it comes to menopause, everything starts internal, and it just wreaks havoc from our toes to the top of our head. Absolutely. And it's figuring out how to do that. And, there's food that, in one section I'm taking women through next month, it's okay, you got to look at everything that you eat, right? It's not just sugar. It's caffeine. It's bacon. Yeah. It's, what are you drinking? What are you putting in your water? Right? Because sometimes we just, and I'm
did it too. Like I did this vitamin and that vitamin and this vitamin, and my nurse practitioner goes, you probably shouldn't take that next to this medication for your fibromyalgia. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought I was doing something good.
We don't realize that, sometimes taking your medication and these vitamins that are readily available they're not compatible together. You have to wait like 2 hours. I didn't find this out until recently. I've been taking all my medication together, but really one medication shouldn't be taken within 2 hours of the other. So, and this goes with vitamins too, or over the counter things. And we don't realize, we think we're doing good, but just eat broccoli.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of taking a vitamin, just eat some broccoli and almonds. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and that's it, because supplementation meant that you were supplementing what you weren't getting in your food, but you were eating it, taking it with your meals.
Yes.
Right? Where we were waking up, chucking back some veggies and a tea or a coffee, or, 2 hours later on an empty stomach having all our vitamins, and then wondering why an hour later you felt like you were going to throw up.
Yeah.
Right? So it's those kind of things, that I throw in there just because I've been doing it forever.
You know what? If I always say this, if we got back to simple, I think we need to get back to simple, like we talked about, going outside, eating your vegetables, eat the damn vegetables. Even if you don't like them plain, put some cheese on them, for goodness sakes,
Something. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it plays a huge part.
Absolutely it does.
Do you smoke? Do you drink? Do you have heavy cream in your coffee or tea?
Yeah.
Like, have a teaspoon of honey.
Yep.
Local honey, not squeezable from a store honey, but locally made bees honey is so good for you.
Yeah.
Like,
it's I think it's an antioxidant.
Boost your immune system.
Yes.
I have, funny enough, I have it at night and in my nighttime tea, and it helps me go to sleep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Plus magnesium.
Oh,
Love my magnesium cream.
I've heard of magnesium. Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. Well, I hope, is this for me? Do I get to keep this?
You can keep that book.
Okay. Okay. So I'm actually looking forward to looking through Becoming an Unstoppable Healthy Woman. I love that. I think as women, we take care of everybody else first.
Yes.
And we need to take care of ourselves first and foremost, so we're better to take care of everybody else.
You nailed it.
Right?
Absolutely. If you can't fill yourself up and have all the energy and focus, then we're kind of useless to everybody.
I always say you have to put on your oxygen mask first before you help the other person, right? It's always on the airlines, right?
Absolutely.
It's always on the airplanes. Anyway, thank you so much for coming in, and I look forward to the next thing. I know in the next year or so you're going to have something that I'm going to want to have you on for. So I appreciate you taking the time, and sorry for the delay. We were supposed to see each other in October, but this is, I'm just glad we got together.
This is perfect.
Yeah.
First book came in yesterday.
That's right. So the timing was good.
Timing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the book is Becoming an Unstoppable Healthy Woman by Alyson MacLeod. Check it out. It will be available in Stones and on Amazon. And
off of my website, superiorwellness.ca.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Alyson.
Thanks for having me, Lisa. Always a pleasure.
Thank you. You've been listening to The Book Cover. I'm Lisa Tucker. We are on the borderline. And remember, don't judge a book by its cover.
Hello, I'm Alyson MacLeod, author, coach, and holistic health practitioner. My book, Becoming an Unstoppable Healthy Woman, the no shame, no diet guide to healing hormones, reclaiming confidence, and thriving during menopause, is available on Amazon, at Stone's Office Supply on Queen, and also on my website at superiorwellness.ca. And please check out the book cover on the Borderline podcast, where you'll hear an amazing conversation between myself and Lisa over this incredible book.
Thank you for naming this season Alafuca. Thank you for becoming, for guiding women through this moment that is so important.